Right, over 45 years, every aspect of our national life has become entwined with the EU. Now, if you're
only
going
for 45 years,
yeah, but if you're going to...
In the history of this country, it's a pinprick.
I mean, if you want this to be a soliloquy, go ahead.
I'm just challenging what you're saying.
Can I just answer the question? So, over 45 years, that's what we've done. If you're going to unwind it, it is not straightforward. In the department I was in before, the business department, there are 73 different no-deal plans for that one department. Nuclear energy, scientific research around cancer, everything is intertwined. So it's a bit like saying, you know, you've got married, you've got divorced, and you don't need to have a conversation about how you deal with the children. That is actually as important as the fact of divorce.
You have to have a conversation,
itself.
But ultimately you do divorce. I mean, you go.
You do, which is what we said.
You don't normally go back every week.
You have to sort the house, you have to sort the mortgage, you have to sort the maintenance.
Yeah, so you've got married, you've got to sort all of those things out. And the longer you've been together, the more your life is intertwined, the more you need to sort out.
What you don't have to do,
The irresponsible thing is to just walk out and say, I'm not going to deal with any of those things.
Exactly
that could be damaging. That is the equivalent of no deal and walking out.
But we would deal with them. We would just deal with them by being completely annexed from the European Union. We would still deal with them. We'd operate under World Trade Organization trading rules.
Can I pick your point? Your point of World Trade Organization terms apply to trade mainly in goods. As a country, 80% of our economy is services.
But why would
on the government's own projections, right, on the government's own deal, services will be hit by up to 12%. Now, you said, and I heard you before, that it will be bad for a while and maybe in the medium term.
That's my guess,
right? For the rich, they might rent off the third or fourth home, they might sell off the third Aston Martin, but for the poor, that will be deeply damaging and irresponsible for any government to pursue that path.
But you see, here's my problem with all this, is that these are the apocalyptic warnings we've been given about everything for ages, right? And yet very few of them have come true. Our unemployment numbers are great right now. Right, the economy's okay, right? What happened to the big recession? Big recession that was supposed to happen within weeks of this thing. The governor of the Bank of England sat there and said, if we vote leave, it will be a disaster, right?
We haven't left.
Never happened.
we haven't left yet.
No, but he's the governor of the Bank of England, and he said within weeks of the decision being taken.
I'm not here to talk about...
My trust in their warnings is not good.
I would agree with you that on both sides of the referendum campaign, on the Remain side, devalue the currency of reckoning with reality. But on the Leave side, they didn't have a plan, right? So on both, and now the Leave side is saying we can waltz off into the sunset on WTO rules. Now, I am willing to take that if someone can show me a plan. What happens 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later?
That's fair enough.